Same dirt, same seeds, same water. But look at the gardens. One looks half dead, leaves gone yellow, skinny stems, tomatoes barely bigger than golf balls. The other? Tomatoes the size of baseballs, so heavy the vines are drooping. Deep red, shiny, dozens everywhere. All from one difference, a bit of white powder. You already have it in the kitchen. Costs less than $1. That's it. No fancy fertilizer, no weird chemicals, no overpriced garden shop miracle liquid. Just baking soda, applied the right way, and suddenly this gardener didn't just get double the tomatoes, he got 4 times as many. And honestly, once you hear why this works, you'll feel a little cheated that no one told you sooner. Forget TikTok hacks, forget influencer secrets. People have known about mineral compounds for plant health for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians used natron, a natural sodium bicarbonate, to prep their fields. Roman farmers wrote about using ash to keep plants healthy and improve their harvests. In the 1920s, American scientists quietly recorded that careful use of baking soda made tomato plants stronger, made roots thicker, made fruit bigger. These studies were real. They got published. And then, somehow, everyone stopped talking about them. Let's talk about baking soda. A box costs less than $1. It sits on your shelf forever. No prescription, no fancy equipment or starter kit. You can't turn it into a gold mine for the garden industry. And that's sort of the issue. The commercial fertilizer biz in the US alone pulls in over $25 billion a year. Bayer, Scott's, all those companies, they're not just selling plant food, they're selling addiction. Every bag of synthetic stuff hooks your soil a little more. Soil health drops, microbes die off, then you're back at the store buying more. Baking soda? It doesn't work that way. There's just no profit in something this simple, so it got forgotten. Think about where you've seen baking soda before. Absorbing smells in the fridge, scrubbing crusted pans. Maybe grandma used it for heartburn or bug bites. You know it changes its environment, neutralizes, balances, shifts the chemistry. That's the instinct you want to trust. Tomato plants are just waiting for you to make the connection. Every plant has what you could call a pH comfort zone, where it can actually get at all those nutrients in the soil. For tomatoes, that's between 6.0 and 6.8, slightly acidic. But life happens. Rain, rotting leaves, heavy fertilizer. All these can make soil more acidic over time. Drop below 5.5 and tomato roots can't grab calcium or magnesium, even if those minerals are right there. The roots are fine, the minerals are present, but the chemistry isn't right. The door stays locked. Baking soda is alkaline. Add just the right amount and you tip that pH back into the comfort zone. Suddenly, it's like opening up a feast for your starving plants. It's not magic. It's just chemistry doing its job. Here's how you do it. First, test your dirt. Grab a cheap soil pH kit, couple bucks at any garden center. You want to see if it's below 6.5. If you're already between 6.0 and 6.8, leave it alone. Below 5.5, your tomatoes are fighting to survive. Next, mix it up. 1 tablespoon of plain baking soda in a gallon of water. Stir until it's gone. Don't use baking powder. That's a different beast. The plain stuff only. Pour a quart of this around each tomato plant's base. Don't splash the leaves. Baking soda in bright sun will burn them fast. Do it at the roots in the early morning or late evening. Repeat every 2 weeks during the growing season. Not daily, not weekly. Every 2 weeks. Just stick with it. Here's where folks mess up. First, they throw in way too much too soon. More isn't better. Stick to a tablespoon a gallon every 2 weeks max. If you dump raw powder on the soil, you'll shock the plants and they'll wilt. Second, they skip testing the pH. If your dirt's already where it needs to be, adding more won't help and can even hurt. Always check first. Third, they apply in the hot sun. That's just asking for scorched leaves. Early morning, always. Fourth mistake, expecting instant results. Soil chemistry starts kicking in right away, but you'll see real changes, deeper color, sturdier stems, more flowers, about a week in. Patience pays off. People who use this method for a season saw their tomato bush put out 2 to 4 times more fruit. Not just more, but healthier. Less blossom end rot, fewer wasted tomatoes. That black, leathery spot you see every summer? Usually a calcium problem, which, more often than not, actually starts with pH. Fix that, and the calcium already in your dirt finally gets used. The rot goes away. And it's cheap. One gardener in Tennessee treated 40 tomato plants all season on less than $3 of baking soda and pulled in 600 pounds of tomatoes. 600 pounds, $3. Just think about that. Is it safe? Absolutely. The FDA put baking soda on their generally recognized as safe list. It's in food, toothpaste, you name it. By the time your tomatoes turn red, any leftover mineral from the soil treatment is long gone. Worried about sodium building up? At this rate, 1 tablespoon every 2 weeks, the soil hardly notices. Still, if you're nervous, just flush the bed with plain water every so often. That's all it takes. Ancient Egyptians had none of our gear. No meters, no labs, but they watched how crops near certain minerals grew bigger and tougher. They moved that mineral dust to their fields. They didn't know why it worked, only that it did. The habit outlived the people who started it. Then we hit the industrial era, swapped mineral for chemicals, and old knowledge went quiet. It's not just a gardening story. Over and over, simple things get pushed aside for anything you can patent or sell by subscription. It's not that the expensive method always works better, it's just that you can't make $1 billion off common sense and a $1 box in every kitchen. The big secret is that the best, most powerful tools are usually simple, cheap, and overlooked, not because they don't work, but because they do. If this changed how you see your garden or made you question what we're told to buy versus what actually works, you know what to do now. There's a whole world of these old tricks, hidden in dusty journals, passed down by people who grew food out of necessity, not just for fun. Tell me what's growing in your garden right now, because next time I'm breaking down another ancient trick, the one the Mayans used to triple their corn harvest in dead soil. You'll want to hear it. Stick around. I'll see you then.